This is a drive I did through Youngstown, Ohio. The city has a population of 59,000, and it's been declining since its peak of 170,000 in the 1930s. The city lost 100,000 people from the 1960s to 2010. The population currently is 41% white, 39% black, and 12% Hispanic. The average age is 38, and 23% of the population are seniors. There's a 56% home ownership rate. The average income is $28,000 a year, which is very low. There's a 35% poverty rate, which is very high. A 26% marriage rate, which is also low. And a 53% labor force participation rate, which is also really kind of on the low side. Just over half of the people are either working or looking for work. That's not good, although 23% of the population is seniors. 74% of the people that live there were born in Ohio, and 97% of the people that live there are listed as native born to America. Homicides vary greatly from year to year, and recently there have been around 18 to 27 a year, giving them murder rates in the 30s to 40s, which is really on the high side. Their assault rates are in the 400 to 500s, which is basically Chicago levels. Their theft rates are around 1,500 per 100,000 people, and that's a little on the high side as well. Their burglary rate is also high. It's in the 600 to 700s. And your odds of becoming a victim of a crime there is 1 in 29. And their year-over-year crime is showing an increase of 11%. So if that continues, the 11% for even just a couple years, their crime's going to be off the charts there. The cost of living is better than the national average. Housing is 62% lower, which explains the 56% home ownership rate. The home ownership rate should actually be even higher than 56%, with housing being 62% lower than the national average. The houses there are cheap. The median home price, $47,000. In Ohio, it's $132,000. And rent there, somebody asked once that if I'd put the rent prices in, and I don't know how accurate this is, but the rent price was listed as $638 is their median rental price, and I'm assuming that's for a one-bedroom. Their schools graduate 44% of the students proficient at reading and math. So less than half of the kids that graduate are proficient at reading and math. The Ohio average is 61%, which is really good. It doesn't sound like a big number, but it's really good for the way America is right now, because the American average is only 48% of the students graduating proficient at reading and math. So Ohio as a state being at 61% is really good. Youngstown at 44%, though, that's not so good. 78% of the people that live there completed the 8th grade. And again, that's another number that sounds really low, but it's kind of typical in America right now, and also typical in cities that have higher crime. And it's showing 77% of the people that live there completed high school. So, you got 3/4 of your population that completed high school, and only 44% of them, so less than half of them, are actually graduating at a 12th grade level for reading and math. So it's not showing a lot of promise for the city going forward. And with their year-over-year crime increase of 11%, if they don't get things taken care of, like in the schools, like start at a more basic level, it's going to keep going up. The city right now, it's definitely not good, but it's not out of control bad, but it's probably walking a fine line there. So I'm going to let the rest of this play out, and you can enjoy all this footage I got of Youngstown, Ohio.